I'm quite aware it's Nazim Burke. Thank you very much. Let us start by recognizing our political leader and Prime Minister. Other members of the National Executive of our party, Brother Glenn Noel, Sister Franca Bonadine, Brother Patrick Simmons, Brother George Vincent, Sister Marva, Brother Flavian, all of the members of the National Executive of the party. Special recognition to the National Women's Arm of our party. Unfortunately, I could not be part of today's activity, but I felt a sense of loss and deprivation because I heard what a wonderful event I missed. I'm comforted by the fact that I understand it's on video. So tonight I will go home and watch my video. Sisters and brothers, we want to welcome you to today's activity. This, as you know, is a continuation of a series of events that we have been having around the country and in different constituencies known as Solidarity Sunday. These events started a few months ago, as you may recall, when our party was on the brink of disintegration. At that time, in the face of all the work that had been done by members of the party, in the face of the strong commitments that you gave, in the face of the promises and commitments that we made to the Grenadian people, we were letting them down. Because members from within our own ranks, who ought to have known better, who ought to have recognized our commitment to the people, and the promises we made to the Grenadian people, who ought to have understood that if we did not do the things that we said we will do, we will fall out of grace, and the people may never vote us back into office. They decided to let selfishness take precedence over national responsibility and a sense of duty. And sisters and brothers, that took us to the brink of collapse. Many of our members who had not registered yet to vote took the position they were not going to participate ever again, they were not going to vote, they were not going to register, they wanted to hear nothing about the NDC. They openly expressed shame, they openly expressed disappointment, they openly expressed disapproval with the way that we were handling our affairs within the party. They felt that we were handling our affairs in such a way that we were basically gift wrapping the elections and handing it over to the new national party. Our members, who have always been people who love to express their support for our party, in 4 years did not have an opportunity where they can come together and present a public manifestation, a public showing of how they felt about their love for the NDC. This, sisters and brothers, we realized was going to bring us to defeat. And some of us took the position that we had a higher responsibility. The political leader took the position that we should come together and energize and consolidate the base of the party. Start with the work among the ordinary members who have been fighting for this party year in, year out, who have made such great sacrifices for the party at the time of the last election and in previous elections. When we got that call from the members of the St. Andrew Southeast constituency saying that they wanted to get together to talk a little bit about the division in the party and how we can solve the problem, we were therefore happy to attend at Mount St. Alban and give the first account at the first Solidarity Sunday of what was going on within the party and how we felt that problem can be solved. And sisters and brothers, week after week, we made it our business to reach out to a different constituency, to take the message of hope to our members, to let them realize that in spite of all that was going on, there were people within the NPC who were committed to the core values of the NDC and who are determined to fight to secure the NDC and to prevent Grenada from returning to the arms of the new National Party. Yeah. We therefore continue that work week after week, reaching out to our base. And when those who were determined to frustrate our efforts realized that we were gaining control and that we were gaining influence and that we were once more restoring the confidence and energy of our membership, they decided, sisters and brothers, to support a motion of no confidence in our government. The opposition decided to bring a motion, and those who were too ashamed to vote against it abstained and hid and avoided it. But sisters and brothers, we spoke openly before this motion was heard. We made it clear that we saw that motion as an opportunity for us to expose the record of the new National Party and to prove to the population that we were ready to govern and were prepared to demonstrate on our record that we had done much in the short time that we were in office. So that when we were able to secure victory in that motion, the best thing that could have happened for the NDC happened. The new National Party decided to hold a rally on the same day. That was the best thing that could have happened to our party. Because our membership realized that we had to demonstrate to the NNP that this was a strong, determined force ready to go into the next election and to come out of the next election victoriously. We proved by holding our rally in the car park in Grenville that we were ready. That was followed by continuing Solidarity Sundays across the country. Then we held our mass rally on July the 8th in Wharf, demonstrating once more our readiness to build a strong, united force to enter into the elections. We then went on July 22nd to Tivoli to support the comrades in St. Andrew Northeast, and there again, thousands of our supporters came forward. And week after week, we continued to reach out in every constituency. Those constituencies, where the leadership of those constituencies involved persons who were dissident to the leadership of the Prime Minister and political leader, and who were not prepared to give their support to the party and the core values of the party, those persons over time were systematically removed in elections by the ordinary members in their constituency. And then the women's arm emerged, came out of the slumber, because new women with new energy decided it was time to take back their party from those who were trying to deal with it. The women held an election. Those who were opposed to the leader, to the political leader, and what he stood for, said the election was illegal, that the election was null and void. Elections were held in the constituency of St. George Northwest. They declared that election to be null and void. Elections were held in St. Andrew Northeast. They declared that election to be null and void. At the same time, they were calling for elections in St. David because they felt they would get the result that they wanted in St. David. What they did not realize is that we had a clear, systematic plan for regaining control of the party. And you know by now that we were able to call at the National Executive Meeting, we were able to overrule that decision and say the women's arm is duly elected and is a genuine We were able to declare in that particular meeting that the comrades who were elected at the elections, the constituency executive branch elections in St. George Northwest were duly elected and were the genuine leadership of that branch. We were able to declare that the persons who had been elected in St. Andrew Northeast were duly elected. We were able to set our convention for September the 30th, and we are heading now to a genuine convention. Since then, sisters and brothers, much has happened. In the constituency of St. Andrew Northwest, the executive has been changed and a much stronger and united force not yet constituted. In the constituency of St. George South, the executive has been changed and a much stronger and united force now has not. In the constituency of St. George Southeast, a much stronger and united force has also been elected. And today, sisters and brothers, we are determined to carry on the fight. We have visited just about every constituency. Last weekend, we were in the constituency of Carriacou and Pidimahli, where we had a rousing welcome, and where the people there are saying they are ready to be part of the advancement. We want to make it clear, sisters and brothers, our business as a political organization is to build our organization, build a winning team to continue the mission that we set ourselves 5 years ago. And so today, sisters and brothers, we are extremely happy that you are here in the constituency of St. Patrick West. We are here to show solidarity with the people of St. Patrick West, our party members and supporters in St. Patrick West, to let them know that the party and the party leadership stands behind them and is ready to work with them and give them the full support to ensure that when election comes, we will bring home the seat for the NDC without. We therefore want to encourage you to participate fully. We want to invite some of the caretakers of the constituencies to say a few words on behalf of their membership, and then of course we'll hear from the political leader and Prime Minister. May we take the opportunity just to invite the Honourable Patrick Simmons to say what